Yes, my gamers, welcome back to Belmonk. Today we are dueling with the Strength Faith build. This is very similar to a build that I had in one of my other videos, a 40 Strength and 30 Faith build. And I just wanted to get into some duels, mess around with a few weapons, have fun with a few goofy setups, and try a couple of things in duels I haven't been using much. I really do enjoy duels. They are one of the best ways to play the game. I'm not the most experienced duelist, but I actually had a chance to fight in my first tournament last weekend. So thank you to Otto for giving me your spot when something came up, and to Dagger and Reef for hosting the tourney and for running a great event. I didn't use this build and I didn't do very well, but it was nice to be honored and to have some good fights. So in these fights I'm using the Regal Beasthammer, and this weapon scales very well on this build. It gets a lot of damage from both of our stats. And the Regal Beastclaw is a very funny and silly Ash of War. In these clips I'm mostly using it one-handed because this weapon has a true combo. And we're about to see it right here. The R2 neutral to R1 is a true combo. And I'm also using it with an offhand Erd Steel Dagger, which I've also talked about in other videos, which can be highly damaging. And it gets pretty good AR on this build if you buff it. And I'm just having fun. I'm just using some funny swaps. I'm just going for some goofy stuff here. So this character, we had a little bit of latency. They had the Chilling Mrs. Y-hander going. I decided to take out what other than the big old bubble horn. And that's some beautiful hyper armor, baby. That standing R2 crushing somebody's head doesn't happen very much. I just wanted to show some of the clips in this video. They're just funny. Like, it's like, man, just fight. Like, stop trying to eat your prawn.
Stop eating that.
Are you that determined to just keep chomping a prawn? Yeah, I really like the Morning Star as well, another weapon I've talked about just a little bit. It actually gets even better damage on a Faith build, actually, if you have like 60 or 70 Faith. Sacred Infusion, it's much better than Heavy or Sacred on this build, but it's got a nice moveset. It has a few mix-ups. It's got a little bit of hyper armor. It's not the fastest weapon, but it's not the slowest. And yeah, Sacred Blade is just really good for punishing buffs. I don't always try to hit people with it right away, but you know, a lot of the time if people are excessively buffing, I feel like they deserve it. So GG's. And we're back to the bubble horn. Colossals can be very excellent in this game, especially if you pair them with an off dagger. They give you chances to use some interesting moves. The backstep attacks are pretty good. Running R2 is usually pretty good on Colossals. So there's a variety of moves, and you might be asking yourself, well, why are you spamming the bubble in a duel? And the answer to that is very simple. It's only because it's funny. I love Elden Ring, and I do want to be competitive in it, but if you can't have fun in the game, it's really just not worth playing. I like to sweat, I like to fight against the best players, but sometimes it's just much better to go into a match without a lot of preconceived notions and try something new. And if you've been, you know, not enjoying the game, try something different. You know, there's so many things in this game, and there's going to be so many new things soon. So I've really been enjoying using some of the things I don't usually try, and this was one of my favorite ones, you know, and you get to smack down an edge-walking Morgoth's guy with the white mask with this glorious and beautiful weapon. There's nothing like it. Bubble in your face. Yeah, this matchup shows the power of the off dagger. You know, you can catch people quick step, and this person wanted to try to mash daggers, and they're already way behind on life, so I don't recommend doing that. But now we're actually into some fights against some real players. this is my buddy Ham, and he's an excellent duelist, has a lot of great style and spins with his Y-hander. I believe he is a Colossal sword main, and I wanted to take the Colossal up against the Colossal sword and see how it would go, because, you know, it is a guaranteed poise break, so he can't hyper armor through it. We have a decent little fight here. I don't think he expected the backstep attack there. He's trying to show me some interesting spacing. I almost killed him with that. Nice catch there with the one-handed rolling attack. And we try to get the dagger hit in. 82, and yep. The nice turn away crouch poke. GG's Ham, excellent fight. I love fighting in the arena. You know, randoms can be kind of terrible, but you also fight against really good players and really amazing battles. So, you know, for every 400 millisecond laggard that you come across, you can have a really fun fight against someone and really get your money's worth. Ravioli backstab, I don't go for it that often because I'm really uncertain of the timing. But that was a good one, and I wanted to share that clip with y'all. So today we've got some goofy faith duels. GG's, I believe that is definitely a combo. This is not one of the best Colossal weapons, but it is one of the funniest. And then I go back to the UGS. This is against my good friend Otto, who is one of the best duelists and fighters on PSN in this game, and has a very wicked style. And he was streaming during this fight, and he said if he lost he would end, and I was trying to end the stream. It was a weird, my weapon bounced off the ground and I get a weird perfect block. I'm known for those. Go for the Sacred Blade. That was probably not a great move. I mean, I did try to free aim it, but GG's. I was still in my recovery frames there. Great fight, Otto. Happy we got to battle that day. Yeah, I did a few duels with UGS. This build has access to GUGS, which is, as you may know by now, one of my favorite weapons in the game. It works very, very well on this build, on a Sacred Infusion with Sacred Blade, and if you buff with Last Rites, you get over 1,000 AR, so GG's. Sorry for the crouch pokes. And this duel is just an all-around wild and crazy time. This thing is hard to hit, so the fact that they just stood in it and took the whole thing, I love that. It all combos, baby, so if you can manage to get a hit with it, you're in. They could have BS'd me there, but, you know, they felt better about a little S-stock chip. So, you know, I'm swapping everything. I'm even going to butt slam, baby! GG's. The Colossal weapons on this build are so fun. I did some invasions with this version of the build too. I'll be making a video with some of those pretty soon. I just want to show this silly Caestus duel. Caestus are one of my favorite weapons. I've never really made a video about it, but it's just such a fun weapon to use, and if you can figure out your priority timings, you can develop so much pressure with these and end a fight real quick. Last up here, we've got a nice fight with our buddy Seabass. Seabass is a great fighter in arena all the time, and we've had a lot of really good duels, and we fought a few times that night. We both won a couple. This is the one that I thought was the best, just all around a pretty dynamic fight. So, beautiful BS. Seabass, of course, known as a fisher, and wakes me up with the charged R2, so I'm kind of in a bad spot right now. But I get a little catch there, combo, and I unlock because it's a lot harder to parry someone who's unlocked. I catch that, and no roll there, but excellent fight, Seabass. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more PvP content.